Dobry den,
Renovation.
and welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
And here we are in the middle of July.
And it's hot.
Very hot.
Really, really hot.
Yes, the temperatures are ramping up. We haven't yet hit the highs of last year.
No, but we feel like we're getting there.
It won't be long, I don't think. So we have been able to do a few bits and pieces outdoors, but it's either very first thing in the morning or last thing at night.
Yeah, just too hot to be out there all day.
Yeah.
I'm going to get sunburn and heat stroke and all sorts of things.
Absolutely. And the dogs now get walked late in the evening rather than early in the evening.
Yeah.
It's just fairer on us and fairer on them.
Yes, even they're struggling with it.
They are, yes, yes.
But they've got plenty of shade in their run.
Oh, they have. So they seem quite happy.
So what else have we done this week?
Well, I've been working mostly indoors on Max's bedroom. It's coming along nicely, and this is where we're at. I've started this week by cementing in the cups that hold the sockets, wiring up the sockets and putting them in. Now this is just to get me working electrics in here. I'll have to remove the sockets again when I come to actually finish the wall off, but I needed electricity. I need to be able to turn the fuses back on. They're all working, they're all tested, so I can now crack on with starting the ceiling. I'm doing a suspended ceiling, very much the same as I did in our bedroom. So the first thing to do is put this metal tracking up. That goes around all four sides. We've got some hangers that go across the beams that are above the ceiling, and they'll screw directly into that. And then we've got some metal beams that go across, which the plasterboard connects to. Underneath the plasterboard, in the cavity, there'll be insulation. So all I'm going to do now is measure up where the hangers go, put those in, put the beams in, and we'll be in pretty good shape. I've now got the hangers screwed through the ceiling into the joists, or the beams above. They'll support the cross pieces as I put them up. What I'm going to do now is cut the cross pieces, put them in position, level them out, and work my way across the ceiling. There's only 5 in here, each holding 6 points, so that should be plenty for the ceiling that we're putting up. That's the cross beams now up on the ceiling, ready for the plasterboard to be screwed to them. Behind that, of course, has to go the insulation. So the next job now is to put insulation in the gaps. I use a staple gun just to hold it in place. Then Lynn, myself and Max will put the plasterboard up on the ceiling. I'll screw it in place, and apart from a bit of finishing, that'll be the ceiling done. That's the insulation up now between the beams that go to support the plasterboard. The next job is to screw the plasterboard to the ceiling. That's going to be a job that's going to take all 3 of us, some props, and a lot of grunting and groaning. That's the ceiling plasterboard all up. So we now have one solid ceiling. It needs edging. The screw holes need filling. We'll have a look to see how smooth a surface we can get and whether we need to plaster it or if we can paint it. I'd like to be able to just paint it, but I think it might need plastering. The other piece of plasterboarding we've done is to fill up this hole. It used to be a doorway through into the kitchen, but now that the kitchen's moving and this is going to be Max's room, we filled it up previously, but now we've put plasterboard on it, ready to plaster over and give us a complete wall. So the next jobs to do in here are the filling, the making the surfaces level and straight, ready for painting, but that's a job for next week. So this is as far as we've got so far, but I think you'll agree it's coming along nicely. So we think we've only got a few more weeks until the bedroom's complete. There's a bit of filling, a bit of painting. We've got to sort out the aircon unit for him, but we're not far away now.
No, getting closer.
Yes.
Then it's the other room.
Then it's the other room, but we'll come to that when we come to that. Something else that happened this week was we finally finished a job that we started 18 months ago.
Yes, we had the house rewired not long after we first got here. I don't think it'd been done really at all since the house was built, so it was the wiring was pretty old. Anybody that remembers the original video, there were bits that looked like coat hangers that were holding it together.
It did look a bit suspect, shall we say.
But the thing we didn't get done at that time was replacing the cable that ran from the pole outside our house to the junction box in the house.
That's right. In Bulgaria, you're responsible for the cable as soon as it leaves the junction box from the main grid to your house.
And we think that was original too. It went to two old ceramic fuses.
Yes.
Before it entered the house. So we actually bumped into our electrician
while
we were out shopping.
Yeah.
And with the help of an interpreter.
We managed to arrange for him to come on Monday.
To finish off doing that.
Yeah.
And see, he did come out on Monday.
He came out Monday, I thought just to measure up, but he measured up and then said, right, I'll go and get the cable. Off he went, came back and fitted it.
Yeah. Got it all sorted out very efficiently.
Yeah.
As he did when he rewired the house.
All done within 5 hours.
Yeah.
Which is quite impressive, including the journey to go and get materials, so you can't complain.
No, definitely not. And what was the big upside to having that wire replaced?
Well, when we used to put the kettle on, the lights used to dim, even after the rewire.
Not by much, but you could still notice it, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, we now got bigger, thicker wire. Doesn't happen anymore.
No, we can turn on many things at once and we don't seem to get any difference.
Which is quite a novelty.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll wear off soon, but at the moment it's quite exciting.
Yeah. I think we were quite disappointed after the rewire that we still occasionally got that.
Yes.
I think, why do we still get that? So I think that was just down to the old cable.
I think it was, yes. So now all our electrics should be sorted. A bit more channeling in to do, but apart from that, we're there.
Yeah, it's all good. The other thing we did this week was visit the vets.
We did. As you possibly know, we have puppies. There are still some available if you're interested. Let us know. But yes, we had to start the regime of the worming and
booking their vaccination
and all of that sort of thing to get good healthy puppies. So we got the worming solution, I guess it is, which you have to inject, or with a syringe, not inject, but squirt into the puppies' mouths. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. That was, we got Max to take Mum for a walk in case she got upset by it all.
Because we did.
And now they're all had their first worming medicines.
They have, and they're all none the worse for wear. So yes, quite happy. And if you're wondering how they're doing and what their progress is, have a look at this.
Oh, wasn't you black spot when we first went out? It's half colour. We did ask the vets if he knew anyone who wanted a puppy, and he just laughed.
He laughed. I think they get asked that question quite a lot.
But they are all doing well.
They are, yes. And as you can see, they're getting bigger. Much bigger.
So weaning starts next week, I think.
Yes. So, I think you're up to date with what we've been up to.
Yeah, that's about it for us this week.
I think
I've got
it is.
some blackcurrant bushes to put in.
Yeah. And red currants.
And red currants.
So, bit of gardening, a bit more DIY. That's on the cards for next week. We may be arranging a few trips out soon. If they happen, we'll let you know. But until then, just leaves us to say
Doskoro.
Doskoro, stay safe.
Stay well.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to edit that out.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think you have to take that out.
Yeah. That was funny though.
Okay, you don't need to leave a gap like we're watching the video.
No. That was
Yeah.
spoiling our video. She's like that. You've got to watch it. And kids.
Yeah.
We don't.
Shut up.
Okay.